It's week 7 of the 2023 season, and the spotlight's on Caleb Farley, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Bengals and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 15 carries, 86 yards.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
They could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but now the 4 picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way. There
were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now Goff on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Goff's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. To the air again. Goff. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Pollard again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pollard diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They got to like the way they started this ball game.
Forced out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Back to throw again. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 3, second and a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes with people trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Fighting through pressure. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. This is Hines. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Open man is QT, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Goff. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Goff. And Diggs has it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Gone. And that is incomplete.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable. And oftentimes, offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense, plan for the short pass, and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we... Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. If I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now here's a throw that's complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out with them. Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now Goff. And that is incomplete here.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Open man has got it, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Going to run again here with Pollard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Goff. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
After the interception, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. From the end zone, Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
This is taken around the 12. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they enjoy this fourth quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw outside, complete to QT. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him, AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football. I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result. Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again. That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD. And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Goff on first down. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Again, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Pinero's extra point up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Looks like he'll throw here. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.